I know that you're very regular with intermittent fasting. So what do you usually have in breakfast? I'm assuming that you do your breakfast and and then you skip your meals later on in the day. So what do you usually have during breakfast?
So, like for my breakfast is probably the most important meal for me, because I do get up very early in the morning, around 4 in the morning, and then I do yoga for an hour, and then I usually eat by the time I'm ready to go to work. I'm very, very hungry. So usually I will pack the food and probably eat around 8 or 9 o'clock. So I wanted to guide you guys through this breakfast process. So the reason I wanted to tell you is the most popular breakfast, and I have asked this to many, many people, what do you eat for breakfast? And they will say, I have milk and cereal for breakfast. It's just so easy and it's so healthy. So I want to please understand that what is going on in the mind of people. They are telling me that this is the most healthy food to eat for breakfast. First of all, this is a processed food. God did not make it. This did not come in nature, and this was a highly processed food. And we know the basis of weight loss or intermittent fasting is you want to eat as much unprocessed food. But in the minds of thousands and thousands of people or millions of people, it's engraved that milk and cereal is the most healthy breakfast. So what does this have? 1 cup of this cereal, what does it have? It has 220 calories, great. It has total fat of 3 grams, quite low in fat. It also has 0 cholesterol. Of course, you are going down, so people are usually seeing the top number, oh, it's low fat, 0 cholesterol, 0 almost low sodium. And then this part is lower down, which should be on the top. Total carbohydrate, 48 grams. Oh my God, a whooping 48 grams of carbohydrate. It has some fiber and a sugar of 16 gram, and added sugar is 27%. And then we have a little bit itty bitty protein, 4 grams. Not only that, it has a bunch of things which we don't want. It has molasses, it has caramel coloring, it has flavoring, and then at the end it says BHT added to preserve freshness. You just saw. This has things which were added to preserve the freshness. So it's not fresh. So why do you think that this food is the most healthy food you can eat for breakfast? So that's why I really don't mean to pick on any one cereal. Pretty much all of these cereals have one thing in common, that they have a high amount of sugar. When you are fasting and you are breaking the fast in the morning, this is what I would recommend you to do, is take a piece of cinnamon and put the cinnamon in the water overnight. So what does it do? Remember, cinnamon causes decreasing blood sugar and it helps the blood sugar stabilization. So all of these properties of the cinnamon goes into this water. You can try this, it's called detox water, and you can take off the cinnamon and it's just so delicious because it has all the cinnamon properties, and you're just giving yourself a big glass of this detox water. It literally feels like detox water, not a word that I'm saying just to make it up, but it's absolutely great. I also have a suggestion for some people. When you are breaking a fast, you could also do like apple cider vinegar, which is something that we all have in our kitchen. And what does apple cider vinegar do? So apple cider vinegar, you can see that these are the fermented particles of the apple cider vinegar, which are really helping in naturalizing the sugar in your body. So it's absolutely amazing to have apple cider vinegar, which you can add to lukewarm water, or you can add to honey, And you can actually portion control the honey, because I buy these, so it's just easy. I just take this honey and I add this to the apple cider vinegar, and it's just a delicious way of breaking the fast for me. It's not that you have to break the fast in that way, but these are some of the things that I feel that will regularize or control my sugar a little bit better. Now I want to show you this. This is something, like I probably eat out of 7 days in a week, I probably eat about 5 days. I eat organic eggs, which because I'm only down to 2 eggs, which is for tomorrow. And I usually keep a stash of eggs always in my fridge, because eggs have, what we have is protein and fat, and that's what we need to keep us fuller. We want foods which have more protein and fat, which is going to keep us full. It's not about how many calories you're eating and how much carbs you're eating. What is going to make us feel fuller? So I have the eggs, and then what I do is I'll take some green peppers, and I'll chop up the green peppers, and I'll keep it for every day, a little bit of green peppers, onions, and then I'll add them to the eggs and make like a veggie egg omelette, and it is so filling. And I usually have that with a piece of wheat toast, and you could have a whole grain or a wheat toast. It's absolutely fine. The other thing which I do want to mention is I don't eat margarine, or I can't believe butter, and like I usually go for real butter, because what does real butter do? Real butter helps you in keeping it fuller, so that breakfast is going to be keeping me full, so I'm not hungry 15 minutes later. What happens to people is once they eat the cereal, their sugar level goes up high, and because of the higher sugar level, they feel good, and then the sugar level drops and they feel hungry instantly. But by eating these things, I keep pretty much full. The second thing I do want to mention is I do have cereal once in a while, but I don't have those processed cereal. This is what I eat. I buy steel cut oats. I do not want to buy quick 1-minute oats, nor do I want to put any kind of flavors artificial inside this. So what I do is I usually would put it overnight. You can put you can boil it overnight, and then in the morning it's already soft. And what you do is this, I add a few things which makes this absolutely delicious and full of good things. So the number one thing that I add is slivered almonds. You can buy that at grocery store. I have labeled these in mason jar. I prefer keeping things in glass containers. So this has a lot of fiber. It also has a lot of fat, but good healthy fats. So I add this with the milk. I usually have silk or plant-based milk, and this is something that you can decide if you want to go for plant-based milk or regular milk, which is fine. I really like plant-based diet, and that's why I go for silk. But you can of course add any other types of milk. Then I add coconut sugar. So this is a new thing that I have added, is I have stopped taking any kind of regular refined sugar, which I probably did, but I have started taking coconut sugar, which is much more healthy. And I buy it from the Whole Foods store. It's so delicious because that's what I add instead of the the refined sugar. And then the next thing is called the chia seeds. So 1 teaspoon of chia seeds has 22 grams of protein. And then I will add a little bit of pecans, which again is full of fat and fiber. And then I also have flaxseed. This is flaxseed that I buy, and then I ground the flaxseed. So flaxseed helps your heart and keeps the heart healthy. So your chance of having heart attack or stroke goes down drastically. And I sometimes add a little bit of cinnamon powder, which naturally reduces your sugar. So these are some of the foods I feel keeps me full. And even though I'm having a cereal, like it's not that, oh my God, this is going to be the worst experience of my life. I try to keep it natural and still add things which are not processed so much. So now tell me what your breakfast journey looks like.
Sure.
How do you break the fast?
Thank you, Doc. It's very similar. When I just heard the things which you eat, it's on similar lines. So I would have in breakfast eggs.
Oh wow! So you actually enjoy eggs as
it's
well.
The same thing. An omelette, a veggie omelette, is something which I really prefer. Or
and see, we didn't know each other. We were eating the same type of food. Wow!
Exactly, and it would be either boiled eggs sometimes as well, and or eggs in even sunny side up.
Yeah, I love it. It's just so quick and easy.
Any of the options, I make sure that I eat 2 eggs in the morning. That's very important. A slice of toast, wheat toast preferred, and a lot of avocados, strawberry. Usually strawberries is something which
that's
I
another thing.
really like, and blueberries as well. A lot of berries.
Right.
With the breakfast, and then I would usually have a cup of tea, and I make sure I put milk in it and a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
Again, I would probably prefer brown sugar, and that's what I would probably put in the tea, and so that comprises usually my breakfast. And sometimes instead of the toast, we usually have some Indian breakfast, typically like upma or dosa. Even I eat that. And it's not, bread and toast can be very boring, right? If you
right, absolutely, I agree.
So that's the carb in a day which you need to kind of supplement your body
absolutely
with. And instead of the bread, you could prefer those Indian types of breakfast where you are having upma or dosa.
Absolutely. My family, they love those things. Now I am a breadaholic person, so I could literally live my whole life on bread. So it's so difficult that I still eat a piece of wheat toast in the morning. But most people, they can do without the bread, and I think that's a great idea. The other thing is you could make like hash browns or breakfast potatoes, but just at home, but add vegetables and a lot of
and
green.
The stress is on home cooked meal, as you mentioned. It's very important that we're not taking any processed meals. So that's what I stress on. Cereals, as you mentioned, I completely avoid. I don't know how. It's been maybe at least 4 to 5 years I haven't had any cereals.
Now tell me something, that the cereal, because for me, I had to ask people and get their opinion as to what their favorite thing was to eat for breakfast. So I saw that out of 100 people, 99% people were eating milk and cereal. So what was the thought behind you not choosing cereal? Did you feel like it was not keeping you fuller, or what was the reason?
Exactly. So I always felt that it was not completing my breakfast, just having milk and cereal. In fact, I have seen again a lot of people having milk and cereal, and then they go to the main course within breakfast where they would have bread and eggs and all that. So what you'll end up is you'll maybe having a more portion of the meal as breakfast if you're starting with milk and cereal and then moving to your toast and your eggs. So I would strongly recommend to avoid that and just stress on the main course of the meal, right?
And it's so important, I have spoken to a lot of people, they think eggs is the worst thing on earth. No, that's not true. Eggs actually have amazing good properties that can help you. So definitely make sure you are eating some of these foods when you are having intermittent fasting.
What I've heard this a lot, that the egg yolk is very harmful. It is full of cholesterol and bad cholesterol, which can lead to heart diseases again. So is that a true fact, or is it just a myth?
It is definitely not completely a myth, nor is it completely a truth, because you're right that the egg yolk has cholesterol in it. So what I would recommend doing in people or other when they are eating what I do is I have one whole egg, and then I have a egg white of another egg. So I usually eliminate the yolk of the second egg. So I'm just eating.
That's a great idea.
I'm just eating a lot of protein more than the egg yolk. Maybe if you are eating 2 or 3 egg yolks, I don't think it's a good idea. It does have cholesterol in it, but it also gives you brain power. So those are some of the good things. But I don't think you need to stop eating cholesterol at all. I mean, you need to have cholesterol, and very, very important, because I mentioned that, you know, you need to eat butter and oils. That's very, very important for you to have those, and it's absolutely fine. And then I also want to mention that, you know, down the whole path of intermittent fasting, I have found something which is called the matcha green tea, and this is what I drink every single morning. So what I do is I add a little bit of vanilla essence, and then I add a lot of the silk milk, and then I add some ice cubes in it, and I can of course send you a list. Please put your email down below. I have my email, and if you send me an email, I'll send you a list of all the foods that will be your favorite foods and help you for intermittent fasting.